behind the scenes with future country rock blues kings and queens. Discover them first with Palm Mash TV. Palm Mash TV.
Well, hello there. It's Paul Mash TV time again. Thank you so much for joining us. We got another great interview coming up shortly. But don't forget about the subscribe button and bell button below there if you want to get notified of any new episodes coming your way. And we have that comment section below. Leave a comment there and let us know what you think of this episode. We'd love to hear from you. And also, if you pay attention to the description part of this episode as well as the closing credits, we're going to have contact info for you. So I hope you'll stay tuned for that. From Hayleyville, Alabama today, we have Mike Mayhall from the band Tremayne. A very awesome band and an awesome singer, and I think you're really going to enjoy it. But before we get into that interview, let's have a quick word from the Caden Gordon Show. So don't go away. We'll be right back right after this.
It is Caden from the Caden Gordon Show. Today's best country mix. Check out my show at thecadengordonshow.com.
Okay, we're back, and with us from Hayleyville, Alabama, we have Michael Mayhall from the band Tremayne, and thank you so much for joining us, Michael.
Hey, proud to be here. Thank you.
Yeah,
Greg.
no problem. Well, tell us a little bit about when you decided you wanted to be an artist. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people like it, grew up with music, and they enjoyed singing or whatever when they were a kid. Maybe you had a different story, but tell us in your own words. We'd love to hear.
Well, I started at an early age at 9 years old, and I played my first paying gig at 10, and I've been playing ever since. And so that's a lot of years. But I guess when I started recording, we've got two Tremayne CDs. One of them is self-titled Tremayne, and the other one is a collaboration of me and my producer. And we were just kind of brothers in the deal, and we put a collaboration together that says Tremayne Turner. So we got two CDs, and I guess cutting those CDs and seeing what they could make me sound like in the studio. And then when we've begun winning all these music awards too, we've won 4 in the last 6 years. Down at the Alabama Music Awards, we won the 2019 Country Male Artist, 2021 Country Male Artist, 2022 Best Band in Alabama, Country Band, and then we won this year the 2024 Best Country Band in the state of Alabama. So, all that kind of stuff there kind of added up, and I just love the music. And I mean, if we never do anything big time, at least we're enjoying the ride. We're just like a family in the band, and it's great brotherhood and sisters in there. But as long as we're making money and having fun, we're not doing wrong. We got to be doing something right like that. And you never know, one of these songs might hit. That's what we're hoping. But anyway, you go ahead, Greg.
Okay, well, that's a great story, and we're watching a great video in just a couple minutes here. But tell us about some of the influences you had. I mean, I'm sure some of the big time artists, like we were talking about, influenced you. But let us know.
Right. Well, I would say Eric Clapton was one of my bigger influences on guitar, and George Strait probably on vocal, and Merle Haggard. Mm-hmm. And I used to play a lot of rock and roll too. I grew up on bands like ZZ Top, Leonard Skinner, Allman Brothers Band, mm-hmm. Doobie Brothers, bands like that. But then as I got a little older and more mature in life, I had the opportunity to work with people, professionals. I remember going to see Alabama years ago when everything they touched turned to gold, mm-hmm. and I was at a June Jam, and I was thinking, wow, what it would be like to work with one of these guys. And I finally got that opportunity, and I worked with Jeff Cook before he passed away. I was able to work with him probably 12 or 15 years off and on. And if his guitar player couldn't do a show, then I was usually one of the first ones he'd call. And so I've done I did tour dates with Jeff Cook in 4 different states. I've played shows with T. Graham Brown. I've played shows with Marty Rabin of Shenandoah. I guess Jeff Cook of Alabama, was probably the bigger one that I worked with, but I was proud to work with all of them. I even did a bunch of shows with Pat Upton, did that song, I Love You More Today Than Yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yeah, that's interesting because I saw Jeff Cook one time at our local mall, and I kind of waved at him, but he was busy over there, and I think I even did have a conversation with him. And I always wanted to have Jeff Cook on my show, and I think he was interested in doing it, but it never came about. But I would love to have him on my show.
oh yeah, he was a great guy, unbelievable guy. Let me give you an example. Just tell you a little personality about Jeff before he passed. He was supposed to come up and play on the Tremayne CD, the first one we did, and I was going to put him on a song called Muscle Shoals Music Man. Mm-hmm. Just sing one line and twin one line on guitar with me, and he did that. And then we did another song that he and I did basically nearly all the vocal on. It's just me and Jeff Cook mainly. And I'd heard how good he sounded with Randy Owens, and I thought, I wonder if he'd sound okay with me or not. And I tried it, and we were happy with how the song come out. It was called Dixie in the Moonlight. Mm-hmm. That's me and Jeff Cook singing on that. But anyway, he called me that morning, Greg, and he said, hey, Mike, something's come up here, and I'm not going to be able to make that studio session after a while. I said, you're not? Well, he could just tell, it's just like you just let the air out of my balloon, And I said, well, okay, maybe next time. He said, no, I'm just pulling your chain. I'll be up there. That's why. And anyway, when I went to pay him, I thought, what do you pay somebody that plays with Alabama? What do you pay him? And so anyway, I tried to give him $400 to see if that would at least not be an insult. And he wouldn't take a dime. He would not take a dime. He drove all the way to Muscle Shoals and played on the Tremayne CD and didn't charge me a dime. So he thought the world of me, and I thought the world of him. That's just how it was, with Jeff. He's a great guy. And his wife's the same way, just sweet as she could be, Lisa.
Well, that's good. Yeah. Where can we find your music, and where can we find you specifically? I mean, are you on all streaming platforms?
Yeah, we got some different places now. We've put this song, we've put Bama Lama Boogie. It's the first one I've ever done this way, but I got a guy at the Wishbone Studio named Billy Lawson. I got him to hit me. We put it on DistroKid, and it's supposed to put it out there to all the sites, anywhere they have music, it's supposed to already be there. And they can go to, where they normally get music. They can go to iTunes and purchase it. They can go to Spotify, Pandora, and I guess you'd say stream it. But Apple Music, Amazon Music, all those places that I can't think of right now, it's at all of them. And they can also, as far as our music, they can go to, we've got quite a bit original. We got, like I say, we got 2 CDs. They can go to Facebook. We got 2 pages. One page is Mike Mayhall, MikeMayhall. And the other one is Tremayne, the name of our band, like on my shirt here. Wow. Tremayne. Mm-hmm. And they can also go to Instagram. It'll be Tremayne 7429. They can go to YouTube, just Tremayne. We got some in there as Mike Mayhall and Tremayne, or Mike Mayhall with Tremayne, but I would just go to the one that Tremayne. It's more updated and easier to get to the songs. And let's see. We did Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. I know there's some more on there that I'm not thinking of right now, but we're pretty easy to get to hear us. Oh, let me give you one website if they want to check out our reviews. They can go to the Bash. That's BASH. They can go to thebash.com/reviews. / variety band / Tremayne.
Mm-hmm.
And it should pull us right up, and we'll have everything: photos, video, audio, song list, prices, bio, and it's pretty cool. Oh, let me mention too to you that one of our members, he's like a living legend in the Muscle Shoals area. His name is Ronnie Eads. But he's worked with people like, well, he's the one that started the Muscle Shoals Horns. He's the founding member of the Muscle Shoals Horns. They played on close to 100 million seller records. Probably about 100 of them, or close, 90. It's got to be close. And they work with Ronnie has worked with Elton John, John Lennon, Paul McCartney. He did John Lennon's last concert at Madison Square Gardens. Ronnie was there. He loved working with Elton John. He was really good to the band members. But he's worked with Lyle Lovett, Leonard Skinner, Jimmy Buffett, Aretha Franklin, B.B. King, and the list just goes on. It's over 400 major artists. But we feel real fortunate to have him playing saxophone with Tremayne. And everybody from one end of the stage to the other is super nice people and super talented. We have one girl, Lauren Ritter, a woman. She has 2 children, married to a John Ritter, but Lauren will sing with us, when she can. And when she can't, which is actually most of the time, we've got to where we use a young lady named Haley Faith. She's still in high school, barely. And on keys, we've been using Dan Hochter on keys, Jimmy Riggs on drums, and that's the 2 that you'll see on keys and drums in the video. And Ronnie, you'll see him on sax. And like I say, I'm Mike Mayhall. I'll be playing the guitar, and I also play a little fiddle on a few songs, like Alabama or Charlie Daniels. And the bass player is Maurice Lacey. He's from Fort Payne. Ronnie is from Muscle Shoals, and Dan Hochter is from Arab. So we're scattered all over the northern half of the state of Alabama from one side to the other. So I thought I was, how many have I named there? It'd be one lady when the job calls for it. We have either Haley or Lauren and myself, and then Ronnie, and then bass and drums and keys. I think we got all of it.
Okay, well that's great. Just check them all out on those streaming sites and any sites that he had mentioned to you a minute ago, even social media. And I know that not only would Michael, but the band Tremayne might love you as well. And now we were talking a couple times about this video, Bama Lama Boogie. Tell us a story about that song. I know everybody would love to hear that.
Okay, we just we came up with this idea. Chris Moore, who I write with mainly, he's just an excellent songwriter. He's written a #1 hit for George Strait. He wrote a #1 for Leroy Parnell. He knows what he's doing. He was asking me. He said, he said, I noticed there were some people at the show we came to in Muscle Shoals there outside at the park. He said they were actually line dancing on a song or two. He said, do people still do that? Will they line dance much? I said, yeah, they do pretty good bit. He said, there hadn't really been a new line dance out lately, has it? I said, the last one even similar to a line dance, I guess it's not country. It'd be kind of like Cupid Shuffle or something, But yeah, they're in bad need of a new line dance. And so that was our thinking when we wrote this song and recorded it. And we even had a dance invented just for this song, for the Bama Lama Boogie. And it was the Blue Diamond elite dancers out of Hayleyville that danced on that.
Okay. Well, it's a great song, and I know you guys are going to love it. We'll get to that in just a second, but I think that's all the time we have for right now, Michael. And we want to thank you so much for coming on. Come back anytime you want to plug something new. Maybe we'll have you back on sometime.
All right. Well, thank you, brother, for having me on. Really enjoyed it.
Okay, well, no problem. And here it is, Bama Lamba Boogie by Tremayne, and it begins right now.
Come from the country, they come from the city. The neon lights make the girls look pretty. The work week's done, but nobody's tired. Getting in a groove is all that's required. If you know the steps, you'll know just what to do. And if you ain't sure, you'll get it before the song is through. Do the Bama Lama Boogie. Oh, it feels so right. Gonna shake it till we make it to the Bama Lama Boogie tonight. Started out down in Birmingham, spread from Mobile Bay up to North Alabama. Now everybody wants some of what we got. Once you get it going, oh, you just can't stop. Move it to the right, spin around and move it to the left. You want to do it all again, cause you just can't help yourself. Do the Bama Lama Boogie. Oh, it feels so right. Gonna shake it till we make it to the Bama Lama Boogie tonight. That's right. Woo. Looking good, there ain't no doubt. Come on, everybody, let me hear you shout. Woo! To the Bama Lama Boogie. Oh, it feels so right. Gonna shake it till we make it to the Bama Lama Boogie. Moving and a grooving to the Bama Lama Boogie. Sliding and a gliding to the Bama Lama Boogie tonight.